So welcome to the 2024 Trello Vision Board Party. I want you guys, if you can, I know RL you're driving, but if you have gotten yourself a drink or if you want to go get yourself some water or something or food, just have it there so that you're comfortable. Because I want you guys to still be comfortable while we do this. And at the same time, who has Trello already as far as an account goes and Canva. Um, and are you going to be able to use that right now during this? Tanya, you could still do it on your phone. If you have any questions, I could still show you. It's not that different anyway. But if you don't have it on your phone, will you go ahead and get Trello on your phone for those that don't? Because you want to have it on laptop and you want to have it on your
I've got both.
phone. Heather, do you?
Yes.
You got
I found
Canva
my
back?
Canva,
Oh, okay, cool.
but it's on the phone, so
Okay. And this is just so that we're going to go over how to use it. We're going to go over the purposes. And I want to be able to answer each and every one of your questions. That's why I wanted it to be very limited so that I'm able to help you guys throughout it. If you have questions, if you have like, how do you do this on Trello? How do you do that? I still want to be able to go over that while we're still doing our vision boards. So it's going to be basically, yes, structured, but at the same time, feel free to ask questions or stop me or anything like that. All right, let's share my screen. Okay, you guys can see that?
yes.
All right, so what makes vision boards so powerful? You guys know? Anybody? It really keeps you focused. It really keeps you connected to where you want to go in life and what you want to do. So by doing that every day, you feel connected to pretty much the story that you're creating. So I want us to really, if you can, because I'm like, RL, you're driving, to close your eyes and really sit down for a moment and escape from whatever has been happening in the last hour, for the last 24 hours, the last week, for the last month, and just really be in the now, in the present moment, so that you're able to really just focus on your frequency, your energy, not anybody else's, not anyone that you took on someone else's energy, just your own. So that we can come from a place of really understanding what we truly want, because a lot of times we might think we want something, but it could be somebody else wants it, not really our most authentic self. It's not really what our soul is really desiring. And sometimes it can come about in different ways by showing us kind of the stepping stones on getting there. But I really want everybody to really focus in on just your frequency, just your energy, not really what you want yet, just how do you feel? Just really that full potential of anything is possible. I am a manifester, I'm a creator, I am um writing my story. This is my story. And I want to bring up just from experience the fact that, you know, the experience of me writing my books lately has shown me how much of a creator we really are, because I have been able to envision what it is that I want to write about. And as I write it, the pages are turning with exactly what I'm manifesting into my life. So my books are becoming my life, or I should say, my life is becoming my books. But it's based on what I want to write. I wanted to write about love. And then I had to go through the experience of that with my love life. I had to experience my own mind. I now am dealing with healing winter. When I say dealing, it's because I'm now dealing with healing, which comes with a lot of suppressed emotions that we tend to block away. And as I write about it, I am healing. Therefore, we are creating our life daily. Thing is, if we're in the past, if we're in the future, we are not really paying attention to what it is that we are writing, to our story. So it's in the now that we get that full, pure potential of What is it that I want to create? Doesn't have to be in a year. It doesn't have to be when I get there because that's separating ourselves from that event. We are putting a blockage by saying that. So it's more about we can create anything and everything because everything is possible. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen today. It can happen when someone rings the doorbell right now. Things like that. So we want to take away any barriers, any obstacles that are telling us this is going to happen in the future, or this might happen in the future, or I want it to happen in the future. This is more of I am creating this and this is and it is what it is. Like this is going to happen without putting a time frame. Even though we are going to put a time frame when it comes to this, but really just honing in on that pure potential of anything is possible and I am the manifester and creator of my life, of my story, and so it is. Okay. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And let's just think about the first steps. So the first steps is we're going to do one for 2024. So we are obviously doing a 1 year for now, but always know that when you're doing these vision boards, you can create one for a month, for 5 years, for 10 years, whatever it is. Again, you are the creator. For this one, we're doing a month. So let's start. If you have something to jot down or where you can write down these things, um, we just want to be able to get them first somewhere before we put them on. So the first thing is the fun things that I'd like to do this year. Where would I like to go either on holiday or for vacation, for social time, for things that interest me, like hobbies, things like that. So the second one is going to be what does my business success look like? And we're going to get to all the things separately, but I'm just going to go over what we're going to talk about. Like who I'm working with. Do you like the people that you're working with? Team members. Do you even like your customers? Do you want new customers? Um, what have been my major achievements? So this is where we look back and we go, okay, there's courses that I took that got me from here to here. There's programs I did that got me knowledgeable on this, right? Um, will I be making investments? Will I have savings? What purchases will I be making? What is my financial target? Things like that. Your personal life, we're going to talk about where do you live, what your relationships are, what kind of car do you drive, what's my work life balance like, things like that. We're going to talk about what's my health like, my mindset, my exercise routine. How do you relax? How much time do you devote to your personal growth? As in, what courses am I planning on taking? Who would I like to work with? What conferences or retreats, experiences would I like to attend? Things like that, right? So it's time to write out basically your perfect day as you envision it in 1 year. So try to get as detailed as possible, including sounds, smells, what you see, what you're eating. Just try to picture and envision a scenario. And then reflect on the year that you've had, bringing in the holidays, the free time, all your achievements, etc., right? Then we're going to lay it out and we're going to create a storyline where we're going to see where you were, where you are, and where we are headed. So, you guys already have your Trello board ready and everything? So, in this case, I created a Trello board that we're going to it's going to be like a mock up. But I want us to look at these elements. So, we have the earth element, we have the water element, we have the air, and we have fire. So, what we're going to do is kind of break it down so that we have this balance in our lives. The earth element will be anything physical, will be things that we like to achieve. Like right now, the moon is in Taurus. This is all about luxury. What do I want to eat? What do I want to feel? And um, the physical nature of things. So in my case, I really want to fix my house. I really want to fix our bathroom, which is shattered right now, but it's in the process of getting fixed. Um, so I'm looking at that as one little major one little major seed. I say that because even though it's just a bathroom, it's a seed to then get us in that state so that the rest of the house will eventually get there. I'm not worried about the house or the money or anything like that, and I'm going to share a little story that's um going to explain how you shouldn't worry about the money because it just comes. Okay, so actually, I'll share it now since we're in the bathroom, before I move on. So I have this bathroom that we're dealing with that we're renovating, and the contractor has been just very hard to communicate with and doing things just not right, never showing me options for anything, just showing up with stuff and um, saying it's going to cost one thing and then it doubles and then there's more and then now takes away all the things that I have to do on my own and just it's been a really big headache since December. So I told Keith, I said, I'm manifesting money to be able to pay this off. And so it is. Like it's coming. Like I know it. It's in my escrow of all the things I've done good in this world and it's just I'm claiming it. Like I'm withdrawing it. Not even 5 minutes later, after I texted that, I look at the bank and his dad had deposited like 20 grand into our account. Yeah. And that's exactly what I did. I was in the middle of signing some paperwork for the new bathroom that I went with some new people and it costs like 17 grand or something. And that's why I was like, I need to manifest this money. It's coming, blah, blah, blah. So I'm signing these papers and my jaw drops like, what the fuck just happened here? Right. Like 20 grand into our account. So I talked to Keith and he explained all the things um as far as how that came about. But not only that, but then that same week, I got paid from the business that I used to have. She was paying me every little bit, every so often. And we ended up just settling for one big amount. So that one big amount paid for the money we wasted for the bathroom, and that other big amount paid for the new bathroom. So it's like a wash. All within 1 week, within 1 hour, within 10 minutes of what I said, all of this was coming about, right? So this is not just saying it, it's believing it. I've said this many times. We have to believe it. We have to know it. Like if this is my story, this is my dream. I can do whatever I want in my dream. It's like having a lucid dream but while you're awake. I know I can create whatever I want. So if I believe it enough and I know that that's possible, it's going to come. What makes it not come is when we don't believe it, when we're not really sure. Because again, law of attraction, we're going to receive whatever it is that we believe and think. So that's my story about the earth sign, about the house, but that's money. That's why I don't want anybody to put, oh, when I make the money in such and such time. Time is an illusion. Don't block yourself from that. Family time. So I want you guys to think of, okay, what are some things water related? What are some things that are relationships, emotions? How do I want to feel? Do I want to, am I spending enough time with my friends, with my family? What is it that I want to do and enjoy and feel emotionally fulfilled? Those are the things that we want on a daily. Okay. All of these things we want on a daily, but we're looking at small and we're looking at big projects. The air sign. So this is learning something new. This is, are we taking some type of program or some type of course or something like this where we're trying to do something to stimulate our mind or a retreat. Whatever it is that you guys want to manifest that's going to help with your mind, that's the air sign. And then finally the fire. Follow your passion. What is it that your soul is pushing you towards that maybe you're resisting? Because a lot of times we resist. Um, what you resist persists. So you'll start seeing signs of this thing that you need to do, that you're getting called to do, that you're really passionate about. And we're going to really look at following our hearts and really following our passions when it comes to that. Okay, so I created this on Canva. It was just a little template, but it's kind of giving you like a theme of how you want things to look. This is how I wanted mine to look. I started looking at what apps I need and only want to focus on, and these are the ones that I put on here for this year. How I want to feel. I want to feel alive. I don't want to feel like I am suppressing anything. I want to feel it. That's the whole point of living here and feeling all the experiences, good, bad, and ugly. So, where do I want to go? How do I want to feel? What do I want to have? What dates are really important? Things like that. So, we're going to create files from Canva. Um, so, you're going to screen grab your image of what you want to happen in your vision. Like if you think holiday, if you think hotels, if you think positive quotes, um, or a picture of yourself of how you want to look, how you want to see yourself. And then we're going to go on Trello, name it, and all that good stuff. I know you're like, go on, do it. But I just want you guys to like really see how it's gonna go, how it's gonna go down. Let me get to. I think I have to stop the share so I can get to my Trello. Any questions so far? I guess I
No
should
question, but
look at you guys when I say that.
I I wanted to jump on your manifesting ability, because when you did that this week, I in turn did the same thing, because I'm like, shit, if she gonna get some money, I'm gonna get some money too,
And
right?
that's why I told you, I was like, I told you so you could see it and believe it.
Okay, so I said the exact same thing, and then I went on Amazon because I had to get a couple items,
Mhm.
and it shows that I have $187 gift card, and I'm like, wait, what? And I asked the kids, I'm all like, did you put a gift card on our account? And they're like, we don't even go on your account. We don't even have your account. We have you order when we need it, right? So then I'm like, okay. So then I asked Bob, I'm like, did you add a gift card to our account? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, happy day. That's just money sent in our account. So I was like, woo. So then when I had to get something for Escape Within for us recording, I'm like, I didn't have to pay for that. It was there. The universe gave it to me. So
I
I'm like,
love that
it
feeling.
worked. So do it, guys. Do it.
And I'm just to add on to that, Carol just texted me this, okay? We were talking about how much money she needed to save by a certain time, and I was like, "Have you said money's coming to me easily and I'm worth receiving it?" And so it is. I said, "And do you believe it?" And then she said something like that. Yeah, this week was blah blah blah. So I sent her a video to watch. Um I said I've done it a few times this past month and it rained instantly. And so then she just screenshot that Dawn sent her money, and she just sent it to me and she put a laughing face on there, like literally right after we just texted this, Dawn sent her money. How cool is that? Go ahead, Tanya.
So I just wanted to bring back my memory of the moment that I got my power back while we were at the retreat. Ever since that day, I I just believe in, I'm trusting, and I have it on my new board. It because it's like you said, you gotta believe it, you gotta feel it. So just like little things that happen to you guys, well, not little, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I was, cutting my pictures, and I found this. I said, I would like a new tablet, because since I'm going to Honduras, I want to give my tablet to my mom and get myself a new one. So in the picture, there was a tablet and cash. So I was just cutting it. I put it on my folder, and we just got new appliances, and when we got new appliances, we got cash on a gift card. I was able to buy with a gift card my new tablet and still have leftover money. And I'm like, I didn't even have to put it in the board. It just like came. So I wanted to it is happening. The manifesting is fast.
Yeah.
And but the whole point of it is I believe it, and here in the house, they're thinking I'm crazy. And I said, nothing is gonna bother me because I am not crazy. I know the power and it's happening. Period. That's what I said.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. And once you see it yourself and you feel it and you experience it, there's nothing anyone else can say. And that's that power. It's like, I know what I can do. I know what I can create. I know I can achieve anything. Like, there's nothing you could say that when I say I'm going to do something, there's nothing that's going to get in the way of that. Like, I'm doing it, period. So let's look at how I end up doing things and we can work on it together. Okay, you guys see this? All right. So this is the Trello board that I created. I just put that picture in the background. You guys can put any picture in the background if you need me to show you how I can. Do you guys need me to show you how to create a board from the beginning? Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So I have different workspaces here. Well, you have it on your phone, right? There should be something that says create a new board. I just don't have that many left. Create new board. And that's where you're going to do board title and put in the name of it. And then whatever workspace you have, which you should just have one, I think. And then start with a template. And it'll just give you pretty much, hold on. I was going to show you how I do my books, and then we can do the actual vision board. But
I
just so you
think
know.
on the phone it's different.
To create a board.
Yeah, because I don't. Wait a minute. It's just a thing that says on title. I don't, and when I
Okay,
go
on the
there,
top of Trello, like at the top, where the plus
board.
sign is next to it, do you see it? It says create a board.
Mine says only boards.
It's, look, Tanya, the plus sign on top of next to Trello.
Oh, okay. Mine is on the bottom.
Okay, well then
Okay.
add the
Okay.
plus,
Okay. I
and then it
did.
should say create board. And then just put the name of it.
It says board, card, and browse templates. Okay, I got it.
Okay. So you can always go back to it and change the pictures and the images, but you're going to go right here to the side at the top, and you're going to change background. And this is where you can either add their pictures or you can add your own pictures on there.
Okay, I found it. Okay.
Change backgrounds. Okay, and you can always do that later.
Mm-hmm.
So for books, for example, this is why it's so important to have this on your phone. If I did not have it on my phone, anytime I got an idea, anytime I got a quote or an inspiration or something, I will not always be able to come to my laptop and write it down. But on my phone, I can easily do it. So what I did, for example, I'm trying to think of which one I could show you. So for example, in this one, I went ahead and wrote the chapters. And as I would think about it, I would come over here and write it. And then I would make sure that when I was writing my book, that I could come back to Trello and write, okay, this is a summary of what I'm going to write about. Same thing for the songs that I picked for for the book. So it's just a place to put ideas when you don't have the computer right in front of you. Same thing for this. Anytime I got some type of idea, I would go in there and write it down for the chapter that it was under. So it's good to have it for that reason. Also, how I use this for, and this right now I'm talking Trello, and then we're going to talk more vision board. Another way that I use this is for food. I have never been so organized before when it comes to recipes and making dinner and things like that until Trello, where I was able to do all these different dinner options. Anytime I see a recipe from either Instagram or um,
Pinterest.
Pinterest, yeah, or anything like that, I will go ahead and, click on it, um, have the link to the actual recipe there, have the ingredients here, and then also the instructions on how to do it, all of that good stuff. So that when I go to the grocery store, again, I have it on my app. I can just see what is missing that I have not checked off that I don't have and just buy what I don't have. I can also click as I go, unclick, etc. And then it's just something that is continuously there. So as far as getting organized with meals, because this is a very important part that I think a lot of us don't talk about is either the prepping or just knowing what it is that we're going to have. It's always like, what are we going to do? What are we going to have? Blah, blah, blah. So, you can create dinner options, what you're doing this week, what you're doing the following week, um, things like that. And this is just an example I use to show people. I always go back to it as I'm cooking. I'm on Trello because I'm looking at what ingredients, what's next. Did I do that? Yes. I'm very check the boxes. And you don't have to be check the box type person, but as far as organization goes and getting things done, that's usually how it works. I just got this one from Instagram. Put the ingredients in there, put the instructions in there. And that's about it. Yeah. So what we're going to do, what I want you guys to do is have one column that you're going to set the title for first quarter, January, February, March. Okay, that's how we're going to look at things in quarters, everything in quarters. Second quarter, April, May, and June. Third quarter, July, August, September, and fourth quarter, October, November, December. 2025 seeds to plant. Even though we're looking at 2024, our mind throughout the year is going to have ideas. You don't want to necessarily, unless they're part of your 2024 plan, you don't always necessarily have to do an idea when it comes to you. But a lot of times ideas come to us and then we let them go. And we don't take, sometimes those ideas come to us because they're divinely guided to tell us, hey, there's a shortcut that's going to take you somewhere that you really want to go that you don't remember, but we remember. So we're trying to tell you, we don't want to let that go. So we want to put it in our seeds to plant for 2025 because, oh, I had an idea. I'm going to write a book on channeling. So or I'm going to channel a book or whatever. So I'm going to plant that seed and then I'm going to write whatever comes to mind on here so that next year when I start, I can see all the cards that I planted and I can start planting them and then watering them.
How,
Michelle?
how do we how do we add the cards?
Okay, so
I,
the
I didn't know
first,
if you already went over that. I'm sorry.
no, I was just saying that the first column,
Okay.
okay, so let me see. Right, you're going to see in your board where it says add another list.
Okay.
So that's where you're going to create your first quarter, second quarter, third, and fourth. Okay. So these are columns. Usually you can do columns in whatever way. The thing about Trello is that it's very creative. You can sometimes you want a template, then look at all the different templates that they have and tweak it. But I like to use it more creatively. So I like to separate everything into quarters. That's the easiest way to get things done because they're baby steps. If I say I'm going to do this by the end of the year, it's probably not going to get done. If I say I'm going to do it within 3 months, most likely I'm going to finish it. So we're going to create the column. Has everybody created their columns?
I'm
All right.
working on
Then you're going to where it says at the bottom in that column, you're going to see where it says add a card. Okay. And you're just going to name it. So I named mine financial plan and goals.
Okay.
And just for fun, I labeled it as Earth because I want to be able to see if during that first quarter, I have something of each. I have earth, I have water, I have air, I have fire. I'm pretty balanced there in that first quarter. So I went ahead and labeled it. So I'm going to show you when you create a card, add a card, write the title of it right here. You're going to go over here to labels. You can create any label you want for it to say whatever you want. For example, with our Escape Within retreats, we have every person that's coming to the retreat, and we have labels gluten free, vegetarian, vegan, blah, blah, blah. So we have the labels however we want to be able to see, okay, at a glance, who here is gluten free. You know what I mean? So we're going to label fire, water, air, earth, however you want it with whatever color you want, as long as it reminds you of it. And right now the description is empty. Everything is empty in that card. Right now we're just creating the card. So obviously something earth related is the finance, the planning, the goals. What am I going to do with my money? How much money do I want to have? What do I need it for, etc. But because I don't know exactly what that is yet, because I haven't said all the other things, I'm kind of leaving it blank. Okay. Date nights. I want more date nights in my life. So this is an example. Obviously, you guys are doing it for what you want, but I'm just giving you my examples. I want more date nights at least once a month because it is getting kind of obsolete. Um, so I added that as water because that is relationships. That's my relationship with Keith, and I want more date nights. I went ahead and labeled that water. The renovation of the bathroom, that should be getting done by the end of February, close to March. So I'm going to go ahead and even put a date on it because I can. Let's see, February 28th is when they begin and should be done by the 1st. So I'm going to just put Monday the 4th. So now that's going to remind me and give me a due date. I can even like put a reminder on that for set the due to remind me 2 days before, however you want. So now you have something there in the back of your mind of, hey, this is going to happen. You know, I want to create a checklist though. Well, first I need to have the installers come in, look at it. Second, I'm going to have, I'm going to pay off. Once they start, I'm going to pay off the card that I got with them. You're just going to create a checklist here. You can name it checklist or you can name it whatever you want. And that's where you're going to start putting off the things that you need to get done in order for this to happen. So let me give you another example. Air. I need to learn about merchandising. Michelle and I need to learn about merchandising. So I can begin a checklist of looking at different, what is it that we looked at? Different merchandising companies. So you're going to put in your checklist whatever it is that's going to get you towards the thing. Starting a workout plan. What does that entail? What does that look like? I actually have a whole board on that actually if you want to see.
Oh, share that.
Day 1. It tells you exactly
Day one,
and you could tweak it. Day 2, day 3,
out of
4,
bed.
etc. Get out of bed, go to your vision board and look at it if you have to type deal. Sometimes I have to sit here and look at it just to get motivated. All right.
Love it.
So I'm setting up a strategy for that, right? learn about business strategies, and then what am I passionate about? What is my fire? Well, I want to really get into my podcast, the Real Talk podcast, and spend a little more time on that. So I'm going to create a checklist. You're always going to create a checklist so that you can start the things. Now, here's something that I didn't know that I want to show you real quick. And I'm just going to give you this example with food so that you learn this trick. In case you wanted to do one for food. Vegetarian. Might as well get one I want. Okay. Let's just say that this is the one that I'm going to keep. I'm going to go ahead and get the link first. Copy the link. Oops. Where am I? There we go. Food example. Let's say you wanted to organize your recipes and your food and start creating a recipe Trello board thing so that dinners are easier, right? You're going to go to the description and you're going to paste the link there. That's number one. You're going to create a checklist, but it's your ingredients. I'm going to create another checklist that is my instructions. Everybody with me so far?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to go to this recipe. Actually, that's the link I should have gotten. But anyway, jump to the recipe. And I'm going to copy the recipe. Come on. Everything's frozen.
That's super simple. That makes it easy and nice.
Come on. Okay. Food example. I'm going to hit paste on my first checklist thing here. Actually, under ingredients, sorry. Paste. And hit add. And look, it's going to separate them all for you.
That is cool.
I'm going to go to the instructions. I don't like that it got all that though. We'll figure it out. Okay. Up to here. Shit happens. So, and we're going to go to instructions and do the same thing. Hold on. Sponsored by Core Power doesn't need to be there. And hit add. For example, do I need this that says make creamy sauce? And this, not necessarily, I can always delete it, but I want it there. So, but if you wanted to delete it, you would just click this and click delete. Okay. So what do we have here? We have all that, except I don't have a picture. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm cooking, and I need that for first glance. So you're going to save this picture or copy image or save it. Actually, let me save it. Save. My computer's like. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to attach or do a cover, either one, upload a new image. And there's my cover. So now I could see it. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know how to do it. Very simple. And if you just sit there for an hour and just do maybe that week and just have something there, we always find some new recipes and then we incorporate it into our board if we like it. Like, oh, did everyone like it? Is everybody good? Should we add this to our board? Okay. And then we add it into our rotation. Okay. All right. So that's just an example, but that's how you want to do all of these cards. So, for example, I'm starting off with the bathroom. Do I want my kitchen fixed? Yeah. So I'm going to add it here, maybe April, May, June. It might be some other time. And if it is, you can just move that card to maybe fourth quarter. Doesn't have to be stuck in one place, but you do want to have it within that year. So things change. Fixed kitchen. What is that going to take? A lot. We'll get to that. So, I'm going to have to add a checklist for that. Workshops and events, right? That's where I added this vision because that's what I want to envision and see. We're going on a retreat in May, so I'm definitely put it on there. Post retreat high check-in because we all understand what that's like. It's like a huge high that you need to like let out, and I'm going to be putting it all on here. What it is that I'm going to do and use it for my energy. So same thing here. We do a capital trip. We're trying to do all 50 states. We went ahead and said, okay, this year we're doing one in July. And we're going to go to this place, that place, that place. We need to rent a car. We need to rent the car, right? Put that on the list. We need to reserve our hotels at all the places. Get a pet sitter. All the things that are in our minds that they're in our heads, they're in our bodies. It's stuff that's inside of us. What we're trying to do is get all these little details outside onto paper, outside onto something. Because right now, everything is inside of us. Everything. And then when I say everything, I mean the world and the universe is within you. Everything. You enter the non physical by entering within yourself. And there, it's everything. So you can't bring all of it out, or else you'd be like a volcano of manifestation, which is not the point of Earth. So we want to get those little things from inside of us out so that we can put our energy and our focus into those things specifically. Once we start writing them out, they become more attainable. Oh, rent a car? What does that take? Oh, okay. Let me just look and see what I got to do to make this capital trip happen. Go to the car thing. Boom, I checked it off. Maybe it might take me a couple days to get all the hotels done, but I will check that off. And the closer I get to checking it all off the list, the closer it is to getting it all done and to making it happen. There's no reason why this should not happen. Why? Because I'm going to know how much it's going to cost me to do this entire thing. And I have 2 quarters to get that money. So if this whole thing is going to cost me $3,000, well, what is $3,000 going by July? What does that look like? 3,000 divided by January, February, March, April, May, June. So we're going to do 3,000 divided by 6. $500 a month that I have to put into an account in order to make sure that that account is specifically paying for that thing that I specifically need to do. Because I need to go on this trip. I've been in this house for way too long. We need to go finish these capitals. So we need, just like a bill, to pay $500 towards ourselves to this account that's going to pay for this trip. Did I already put it in there for January? Yes. I even put it in there in December because I want some extra. So that's when you start implementing the goal setting part. You're not just thinking about it anymore. I want this. No, now you're creating possibilities and routes and ways to make this happen in real lifetime. We're taking it from our thoughts and our emotions to manifesting it just by writing it down, just by clicking, just by researching. Like you're looking at this and you're making it smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's what you need to do in order to create big changes, is make everything into small little bite-sized pieces. Another example, finish writing Healing Winter. Okay, I have an entire card and book and board on my books, right? So now I can go into the Healing Winter and I can go ahead and see, what do I need to do to finish writing that? What's the next step? What do? I get an editor. What do I do after the editor? I give it to the format person. What do I do after the format person? I upload it into, Amazon's whatever. How long does that normally take? Maybe 2 weeks for the uploading process. Um, which means I have a certain amount of time where I need to start editing and formatting and uploading before December 21st of 2024, because that's the day that it launches. So when I set a specific date way ahead of time for something to happen, you gotta return it back and go backwards. How long will each thing take to make it happen so that on that day, the book is launched? So that's how we wanna look at everything. We want to go backwards. Same thing when I was trying to get my doctorate. Okay, it takes these amount of months because it takes this amount of time to go through one module or one chapter or whatever. So that's going to take me this amount of time. And after that, I can go on to my master's. And after that, I can go on. If I was to say, oh, I'm going to get my doctorate and I got to do all these things, I would probably still be sitting here not doing them. But because I looked at how long it would take me and did it in baby steps and then did it in quarters and then did it in little things like this that I could work on a weekly, well, then it's more possible and totally doable. Oh, declutter upstairs. I'm like, yeah, that can stay way back here. But because some things take a little bit longer than others, just because it's back here doesn't mean that I need to work on it starting in October. We are setting things up for when we want things to happen. So if I have declutter upstairs on here for it to begin October, November, December, that means I want the upstairs decluttered by the end of the year. And trust me, it's like you can't even walk up there. So what's going to be my first step? I'm going to have a light declutter, what is it? Workshop, January 22nd. If you guys want to do it, let me know. It's a free workshop through Hay House, and it's a 5-day declutter thing that I'm starting on Monday. So if you guys want to join me, I was like, I need this. So that's the first step. I'm
I s-
doing that light declutter, and I'm gonna start. You saw that, the Hay House
I
thing?
see that.
Oh, you signed up. Awesome,
So
cool.
I'll be there with you. We can talk.
Yay.
Oh, I need that because I missed it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
like this is yeah, we should all do it. It'll be fun.
So what am I going to do is I'm going to use those 5 days that we're going to talk about declutter to focus on the upstairs and begin by grabbing a few things here and there. Whatever it is that they tell me to do, I'm going to start upstairs because I know it's going to take me an entire year to actually declutter it. But this will help me get started. So I'm making sure that I go to this workshop thing to help push me towards wanting to do something I really don't want to do. Then I will begin to add more of the checklist so that I know that I'm at least taking baby steps so that by the time October, November, December comes, I can focus on, okay, I've worked on it throughout the year in little bits, but now we're cleaning this all out. And it makes it a lot easier because you've worked on it, you've done the work, and you could see the potential of what it can be. But if you were to go up there October, November or something and go, oh my God, I have a month to do all this stuff, again, I'll be there for another year. I'd be like 2025, declutter the upstairs. So no. And then I have my launching Healing Winter. Now you could see here, I labeled these with 3 different labels. I have water, earth, and fire. Why do I have all of these in my launching Healing Winter? Well, I'm doing a physical thing, which is actually producing a book. So that's my earth. I am pouring out all my fucking emotions and all the things into this book. So there's my water. And then fire. I am so passionate about helping people heal as I have been healing myself. So I'm using my experiences, my ups and downs as an example in this book to help others. And my passion is helping others. So this is why this becomes a three label thing. So it's very important that I get this done because it's fulfilling a lot of the parts of me. And I could put air also because it's intellectual and I'm putting my mind into it, but I don't know. I didn't put it in there, but you'll see what I'm saying. So this is basically of what it is that you're doing to make your dreams, your ideas, your thoughts. Sometimes you want to just have a dump session. Sometimes you're like, you know what? For this quarter, I'm adding a dump. This is a dump zone. Actually, let me write mind dump. You can name it whatever you want to. But let's just say that you just have things that are coming to your mind and you don't know where to put it. You don't know what card it goes. You don't know how to label it. You're just like, I had this idea and it was this and it was that, etc. I just can't even write etc. Okay. You can have later, you get another idea and you're like, oh, let me look it up. Oh, it has a link. Whatever it was has a link. Drop the link right here so that you have it. Boom. You can always come back to it later. Like there's a thing where if I find something that I like as far as I want to buy it online for myself just because here's all the links of things that I want that I will come back to later when I'm not in that mood of I just want to buy something. It's like, do I really want to buy it? If I do, I'll come back to it. It's right here. Oh, my daughter wanted this pair of such and such. Great. I'll go to her card and I'll add the link of her things. They're all gone because I've bought her everything that she's had on the list. But it's good for when it comes to Christmas or holidays or whatever the fuck, where you need to buy something someone and you didn't know what it is. Well, throughout the year, if the thought of, oh, they would like this pen, well, great. What's the link to that pen? And I'm going to put it here under that person's name so that I can easily buy it when I need to. The date night ideas are here. Tons of them. So when I have the hey, what do I do for my date night card, right? My date nights. I can go down to where I posted all the date stuff and I can go, okay, I got this idea of going on a hayride. So let me put out of that and I'll check it off here. When I'm going on a hayride, I want to, so I'm going to. And now I'm going to go here and we're going to do a hayride. Okay. How do you do a hayride? Where does that begin? Let's get a checklist.
I love it.
Okay, I'm going to look up different hay rides, different rides. I looked it up. I found one that I liked. I'm going to get the link. Then I'm going to reserve my time of when I'm going to do that. Reserve it. So set a date. Put the date on there. When is it that it's going to happen? What do I need for that? Do I need extra warm clothes because it's going to be 6 degrees? Okay. Make sure all of it is there. The more that details that you put in, the more realistic this thing becomes. I'm going to need jackets because this is going to be a cold hayride. Oh, and I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to eat all the things. So I'm not going to wear tight jeans. I'm going to wear this other thing. Oh, but I don't have that other thing, but I would like to get it. Ooh, let me go buy it. You feel me? So like we are getting all our thoughts, all our desires, all our things, and just putting it on a checklist. Because we can always come back to this and check it off. There's a lot of things that we always think about and want, and we don't ever check off anything because we just forget about it. So this is why this is important, because we want to have our mind dump and be like, okay, this and that and this and that, and I'm going to do a checklist now, and then I'm going to create it into a board. Like, let's just say that in this mind dump, I decided I'm going to create a journal. Oh, I would like to create a journal one day. Actually, we are going to for water. Okay. So,
Yes, put that
right?
on.
So then that's going to become its own card. Convert to card. Let's just say that like that's a bigger subject. Okay. So I'm going to create a card out of that. And now I'm going to have a create a journal card. What are the checklists for that? We're going to have to look on Canva. We're going to have to do the things. We're going to tweak. And that becomes a thing. So I want you guys to take each of these cards as the major focus. That's why when you name it, when you go in and you title it, that's the focus. The description is all the things that come out. The checklist is all the things you're going to have to do to make it happen. Then you can set dates. Make it happen
Joanna,
by a certain day. Yeah.
so like, okay, you know how there's certain words that don't vibe with me. So like when you talk about doing a cleanse or a detox, it's like, "Eh," you know what I mean? Or like I was looking and I was like, I started to do workout plan. Well, I don't like the thought of like the workout plan because it's like work, right? So I named my card Body Love. And then on my
Mm.
description, take time to move and love my body. And then I took a picture of me when I was doing yoga in Mexico. And then the checklist is how I enjoy to move my body. And then I put like yoga, Pilates, walking, weights, dance, hiking. So it's like I broke it down like that. But I'm
I love it.
using words that resonate with me that will make me want to look at it and do it. Whereas like for me, workout, it's like, ugh, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Totally. So like I just changed mine from workout plan to start moving my energy. Why? Because energy stays trapped in our body. And if we don't use our bodies, our emotional bodies to push through it, then the energy is not in motion. And therefore the emotions are stuck. And so we want to be able to move it. So if I say, okay, I'm not a very physical person, obviously I'm not more non-physical when it comes to what I like. So I'm gonna start moving my energy because that to me sounds better. Like, oh yeah, move this energy. And I'm moving my body, but I'm tricking my mind because I'm telling it that I'm actually moving my energy, which is the same thing. So I love that.
Thank you for saying that because I changed the description. I put take time to move, love my body, and flow with my energy.
And then what how do you feel? More in
Awesome. Yes.
alignment, right? And so the
Yes.
more you feel in alignment with the words that you use, now you have this attachment to it of, oh, I want to do that. Oh, that would
Exactly.
be nice. Right. And so therefore it's just tweaking it. It's tweaking our words, it's tweaking what we're putting on there and how we're doing it. So basically those are some examples, but I want you guys to really just hone in on the the labeling of, are you making sure you have a little bit of each on each one? Like this one, I just have earth. I still need to add some stuff in this quarter. But you also want to leave it open. I know that this is a vision board, but you also want to leave it open for things that come up. And so this is where Canva comes in because you want to be able to go into here we go. You want to be able to vision it. So I have had a vision. Actually, it was a dream. I had a dream where I saw this like little island and I did not hesitate whatsoever. Normally, I hesitate because I'm like, oh, the water might be cold or the water might be infested with sharks or jellyfish. But in this dream, I was like, screw it. Like I was already all the way going to my island because I'm like, this is my island. And I was in the water. It was warm. It was perfect. The island was beautiful. I felt really peaceful when I was sitting in that island. So I was telling my friend, I'm like, and I told you this, Michelle, too, right? About the island. So I looked up the dream about island and it was all about like going into your subconscious, which is what I've been doing anyway. And now Pluto is in my freaking subconscious house. So that's even greater because I have more transformations. Yay, go me. So this chaos that I've been living in lately with the whole bathroom renovation and whatnot, um, I'm like, okay, this is telling me go deeper into my subconscious, try to find that peace within the chaos, etc. And, I looked it up and it resonated. So I kept thinking, I want to go to this island. I want to go to this island. I want to feel this peace. I had all this chaos happening and I'm driving and I see a truck that says island something. It was like a heat and air conditioning thing, but it had an island on the picture and it had the word island. And I'm like, oh, there's my peace right there. Many of you know that my validation always comes from a FedEx truck. That's usually how I see it. So as soon as the island truck comes this way and I see it, the FedEx truck turns right behind it as a validation. And I'm like, that's my island. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to Canva and I'm going to go to photos and I'm going to look at islands. Oh, that is my island right there. Holy crap. That's exactly what it looked like in my dream. It was like a small little island and the water was perfect to get to that. So that's going to be my picture. And I'm actually going to write my island because it's my island.
I love it.
And then whatever you put on there, remember these are words that are going to be in alignment. Joanna's island. Actually, no, because it's too long. My island. Okay. And my island is going to have a sun just because my dream had a sun in it. So it's big, blazing. Use this one. You're going to picture it however you want because it's yours.
Oh my God, this is so good.
This is my island and it's going to be deserted and just me in it. I mean, if I even wanted to put me in it, I probably can. Not the
my
one
God.
where I'm putting my my middle finger up, but let's just say
Do it with you coming out of the water with your water picks, remember?
it.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
your
but
bathing suit that
where is it though? You're gonna have me scrolling forever though.
yeah, it's gonna be down. Take the little thingy down.
Now, let
All
me
the
see if I
way.
have it here. This will be easier. Can you guys see what I'm looking at or no?
Yeah,
Like my files?
yeah. Like you're just going through them. But it's quick.
I was like, I don't want you to see certain things, but okay.
We can't see it that close. I'm not even paying attention, to be honest with you. I'm looking for my own pics right now.
Where is it? Sorry guys, this is like now I really want to show you how to do it. Come on. Dude, where is that picture?
It was for your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah. But see, now I'm gonna have I'll do it later, but let's pick one from here. No, you don't want to be in it. Okay, give me a second. I know what to do. Hold on. Sorry, guys. This is important because I want you guys to see the visualization part of it. Fuck yeah. Hold on. It makes it more legit. It makes it more for real. So it's like do whatever you want that's going to make you feel that way.
You're there, that it's happening.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I can see it in my head. Like, where the hell is it?
I know, isn't it black? The bathing suit?
You know what?
Yeah.
Hang on, maybe I have it because I like the way I saved that picture because I like the way you're posing and I wanted to try and pose like that. Let me see if I have
Let's
it.
see, yeah.
Seriously.
Somebody has it. I have it on Instagram. Like, I could see it where it is, but I can't save that picture. You guys are like, I don't care. That's a good picture for this island.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like somebody has my picture. You guys could be working on your stuff though. Why didn't I look at this sooner? No. Oh, there it is. You think I'm even going to be able to fucking copy it from here? Probably not.
You should be able to, I would think. Oh, yeah. There it is. Yep. I'm on Canva now and I've got my money tree. I'm gonna put a picture of me sitting against it.
For real. All right. So grab whatever pictures that you see. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit this picture and remove my background.
Hell yeah. I freaking love
This
it.
is my mother effing island, guys.
You're like, yes, I'm here. I love it.
This makes it so much more legit. Why? Because I'm going to wear this exact thing and try to replicate it when I go to this island that I don't know where it is, but the universe will provide it.
I love it.
That is
And
cool.
Love it.
we're going to save that and we're going to add it to my vision board for island because I make dreams come true. Thank you.
I love it.
And then we're going to add a cover, upload my image. You can even go like this so that it's a little bit different. There you go, my island.
I love it.
Thank you for your patience, guys. This is the kind of when you have Canva and you can just pretty much do whatever it is that you desire on here. What is the difference? Everything technology is just imitating what we are capable of. If we can create it on Canva, we can create it in life. Feel me? I can
Yes.
do this and I can create this. Guys are listening to this and it's recorded. When this happens, you're going to be the first ones I contact and be like, "Do you see this with the same outfit in my island with the sun behind me?" I'm going to show you that. I believe it. I know it. I'm manifesting it. And so it is. I just created it on Canva. Why can't I create it in real life? I can. These are the baby steps to going from here to there to for real. We need to break away from thinking that the this to that is far away or it can't happen or what are the hows or the whys or all these things. No, get the excitement of that. Put it into your image. Create it however you want to so that you can actually visualize it, see it, and then make it happen. The thing about Canva that's really cool is like, yes, when we do our vision boards and we cut stuff up, like, again, you're bringing the same energy that you have within yourself into the scissors, into the things, into the glue when you're creating a real vision board. The thing about Canva, which you could still do, is create it however you want with like this, and then go print this out at Walgreens for 20 cents or whatever for the small image that then you're going to put on your real board if you want to see it somewhere for real, right? But it starts here. because you want to be able to put all the things. I want the sun. I want the clear skies. Like, I want these palm trees. I want this clear water, and I'm going to wear this exact thing. That is going to be all the things to make it my island. And the day that I take the picture doing that, the smells, you can't add that, but you can think about it. You can put that energy into it. Once you know you can do that on Canva, you have to know that you can do that in real life. There is no denying it. You denying it is you getting in the way of it, is you blocking it, is you creating obstacles and huddles to have to get over in order to get that. That is what you're doing. Everything is possible. We just need to get out of the way. Can't ask the hows or the whys. They will come to us when you believe it. So I don't know how the island will come, but it will.
I love it.
Can I say something cool?
Yeah.
That I just realized. I guess when I first got on, I told Joanna, I have a vision board here. I don't know where it came from. And I guess last year when Joanna was talking to me about doing Trello, I tried it for a little bit, but then I'm this is something I need to work on, as be planning more and using it. I set up a vision board with a few pictures and I kind of let it go. And now the things I put there are happening right now. Like painting my house was one of the things I wanted to do, and I'm doing it's like halfway done already. And I didn't even remember starting this. Fixing my laundry room was the other thing, and I'm about to do that. So a lot of times they say, set an intention and kind of don't think about it. I mean, put too much thought into it, where you're like, when's it going to happen? Just you already set the intention there.
Right.
Now, the date and the goal part, that's great. I think that'll be very helpful for me to get it done in a timely manner. But if it does, sometimes things don't happen, then you might have to extend it a little bit, or it's not like you failed. It's just
Right. It's just
things
pushing it.
change.
Mhm.
Yeah. But setting the intention is the biggest thing, I think,
Yeah,
So
totally.
I'm excited to see that I got some things manifested that I didn't even remember I put in there. So
And that's
Oh,
the key, is that when you're putting it on here, again, you're taking that energy from in to something. That's why you kind of forgot, because it's not in here anymore. It's on there. So it's like you want to be able to have that reminder. You want to be able to have Trello somewhere that you can go to easily, because you're going to be there every time you're getting dinner stuff at the grocery store. Check, 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 check. You want to be able to have it attainable so that when your thoughts come in, you can easily put it in there and make it happen, and not forget about it. And that's why you want to use it. Like, those are the reasons.
Joanna, go
yeah.
into Canva and see what I had just created. Look, click on it.
Yes.
And those are all $100 bills too. I freaking love it. So that's
And you
it.
can
oh my
add,
God, and you there.
and
We
you
were
can
together
add
when we
some
took the
words.
picture. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Money
I
flows
love it.
to me easily.
Easily. Yes.
And
Oh my gosh. So you guys share Canva, or how is?
we have our business one.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah. So
So you did it there. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, but she can always save it and use it for, her thing.
Yeah.
Want to make it big. Maybe visible.
There we go. Yeah.
And obviously you can change the thing to make it more pretty and more whatever you want. Like, put your time and energy into it. You know what I mean?
You hungry? I love it. I love it. I love it.
That one.
That is why I need my sabbatical, girls. And it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
And then just put it on there. Sabbatical. Anything you put on here is what's
come
going to
to
be.
fruition.
Right. So we have the cover, right? So I can change it, remove the cover, and I want to add another cover because the you can get photos for Unsplash, but I feel like with Canva you can just direct it more and make it more your own. So we're going to, what was I putting on here? Oh, why didn't it save? What was I saving?
I don't know how to use Canva or Trello, but I think that's my next thing because
Put it on your mind, like
I feel overwhelmed, you know, it's like, it went, but just
It's
gotta-
just, it's
baby
so much
steps,
fun. Yep, it's so much.
practice.
everything's not working.
fun.
So I'm going to save this. So the key is you want to write it down first. Then you want to have the visual of it. So you're going to do the structure part first because that's like the not fun part.
Okay.
You know, like writing the goals, writing here's the quarter one, here's quarter two.
This is so good, Joanna. Thank you.
Okay, so that's saved for sure. And now I'm going to upload image.
The screen before you were at Canva and now
Mhm.
you're in Trello.
Mhm.
So I'm grabbing stuff from Canva like this bathroom
Uh-huh.
and adding it to my bathroom board because it just was the words, right? So now it's like I want to be able to see it. This is how we go from financial planning goals, and that could be going to Starbucks to plan our monthly finances. So then I might put a picture of there of, you know, like Michelle, that would be where you would put your money tree thing, where if you had a finance planning goals or whatever card. The date nights, you know, I can put a picture of our latest date night up there. Which I don't have it up here, but you know, you want to start after you've put in the words that are boring. You want to put in the visual then, and that's where you add the cover. You can also have different pictures, just put it under attachment. You just attach all the things and you'll have different pictures. Like if the certain bathroom, right? Let's just say I had a picture of a certain um, fixture, then I would add it to the attachment so that I had all the pictures that had to do with the bathroom. You want to create each card has its own value, has its own weight of energy that you're putting into it. So that's why I'm saying when you're creating on Canva, make sure that you're excited when you're putting all the things like, oh, I want these flares to be there. I want the grass to be plush. I want, you know, a bird flying in the air because it's going to make me feel like I manifested that moment. So I'm going to add a bird, right? Things like that. Like, let me add a bird.
I'm
Okay,
adding
the energy
mine.
with her picture already.
Yeah. Like these birds right here are going to be flying
Oh my gosh.
and you're going
See?
to know that you created that moment because you
Chills.
put it in the visual. And that's so when it happens, no one else is going to know that you're just like, yeah, I've made those birds happen. I put that in my picture and now that's why they're here. People don't understand that, but you can create it however you want and then it happens. And that's the magic. And the more you continue to do this and then manifest it, the more you see that you actually have that magical power in you, which is what happened to you, Tanya, when the whole my power thing that happened at the retreat, right? Like you saw that. No one can deny that that happened. You know, we all saw it and it gave other people the revelation that, oh shit, this shit is powerful. It really did work on her. It's just magical. All right. Any questions about technical stuff about how to do it? So we want to work on Canva to do the details. We want to put in all our energy into it. We want to have as much detail as possible. We want to have words. If you want to have yourself in it, find yourself, be able to edit the photo, crop the background and make it happen just like we did on there and put it on there. Um, put all your energy into those visuals, just like if you were looking through a magazine for what you want, except you're not looking for it, you're creating it. This is
I
why I
love
like Canva because we're creating it. We're not just going, well, this other person has this cool kitchen. No, what does the kitchen really look like? What do you actually want? And start putting it all there in a picture and then put it in the quarter that it goes to. Again, my island doesn't have to come to me April, May, or June, but I would like it to. So I'm going to put it there. If it ends up being that something comes up later on and there's an opportunity for me to go somewhere that has an island and it happens to be in October, you just move it over. But you want to keep it within this year. All the things, remember, this is a 1-year plan. Any questions?
I just went and put all the pictures of me in the private jet in my financing goals. I'm like, oh yeah, that's coming again.
Jen, you have any questions, comments, concerns?
Nope. Nope. I've worked with Trello a bit and I actually use Photoshop instead of Canva, but this is great.
I love the options that Canva gives us when we're creating things like that. I mean, even though Photoshop is the same, but as far as like how many pictures they have available or how you can make things, come
And
about.
I have lots of sources for all that too, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I
Well,
do on a
that's
daily
what you do.
basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
That's
it's
so
like, okay, I
awesome.
do this for others, I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to
Yeah.
do all the things that are for me. And
Exactly.
guys, remember that the balance comes in making sure that you are hitting every element of your life. We have these elements. We have an emotional body. We have a physical body. We have our soul, which is the fire. We have our mind, which is the air. You want to incorporate all of these because, again, where am I? You know, you want to get from spirit, which is where our ideas come from, which is where it comes from our heart, comes from that. And we want to bring it down to earth. We want to add the emotion to it, put in the details of what the mind is. Start following your heart's desire to get this, to make it all come about so that you are enveloping this entire star, which is what it is.
I
when it
need
comes
that
all
too.
together. You're gonna be like, she does it, so let me show you. But
Oh,
all of them together create that star when you put it together. You are the star. I want you to leave knowing from this, you are a star within a body. You are light. Light is intelligent. Light is powerful. Light is all that is. We have that power within us. If we can just take it and do something with it and utilize the tools. That's why I put on here what tools are going to help me manifest the things that I want in my life. I'm going to use Trello. I'm going to make that a priority. I'm going to use Canva because my emotions want to express themselves through some type of creative aspect. I'm going to use Canva to get that out of me and put it onto something. I'm going to use IG as a way to get inspired. So if that means following some island places so that they can constantly come up and remind me, then I'm going to follow them. Don't follow things that aren't going to be for the best for you. Follow people that are teaching you things. Follow people that are inspiring you. Follow accounts that are taking you places, not just leaving you scrolling and wasting your time. The scrolling part is to fill something within us that we're lacking. You have everything you want that you want to achieve here. So use these for your advantage, not so that they use you, because that's really what it is. They have IG and TikTok because they're using your time and they're using your energy. They're consuming your energy. We're turning that around and we're using them to make everything we want come true. If I'm going to go on TikTok, I'm going to make sure it's because I'm following something that's going to inspire me to give me this peace of mind that this right here looks like. What do I need for this? I need some white blanket. Do I have a white blanket? Do I have these little flowers? I have a book. I can make this happen. What if I make this happen and I go on a picnic and I get the white blanket and I do the things and whatever. Now I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm putting it on IG because it's going to be a reminder that I can create that. You want to use reminders. YouTube. What is YouTube good for? Well, it helps you find things. It helps you understand things. I'm going to use it to help me understand all the things that I have on my board as far as understanding merchandising, right? Learn merchandising, learn business strategies. I'm going to utilize YouTube to learn how to merchandise. I'm going to use Tanya, we're going to use YouTube to learn how to do things on Canva. We're going to use YouTube to learn how to do things on Trello. I'm going to utilize these tools to help me create my reality. We're going to use visuals.
Sometimes I'm too close-minded, you know, it's like there are all these tools around there. I just need to look for them.
And just put them down and say, these are my main priorities, and this is how I'm going to use them. I am going to use them, not they are going to use me. Because at the end of this, my goal is I am feeling alive. You don't feel alive when something is using you. You feel alive when you are using it, because you are a soul in this body using what tools are given to us in order to manifest whatever. Want to feel quenched of this thirst? I'm going to use the tools to quench my thirst. You're going to look at the apps the same way. I want to use Trello to make my dinners and my food choices because I want to make better choices. So I'm going to look at vegetarian meals. I'm going to look at vegan meals. This is me. I'm talking about everybody does whatever. I'm going to look at new recipes I have never tried of things because they might end up being good that they end up staying in my board. There's recipes I put on there that I've just like, nobody likes it. Let's delete it. We're using it as a tool. So you want to use all of this because you want to feel however it is. Make sure you have a something like this that's going to be like your year. This is my year in a snapshot. My year is on 2024. I'm going to feel alive because I'm not going to suppress shit. That's what that means. Because I'm going to be in control instead of things being in control of me. And I'm going to feel like this. I'm going to see this because I want to smell it and see it and feel it. I'm going to go here. You guys know where this is. I'm going to go here when? In May. And I'm going to fucking be magical. It's going to be magic.
Heather?
So all of these things that I want in one snapshot, I'm going to break down into 4 quarters. I'm going to break down into 4 elements. I'm going to break down into one by one. I'm going to write the words that feel good to me. I don't like finance, so I'm going to change that to energy or something that I like. The checklist is going to get us there. The visuals are going to connect us to it. And our thoughts are going to be dumped into these mind dumps, into these cards that then end up becoming something. Any questions?
No.
So we have about 20 minutes left. If anybody has questions as far as Canva goes or how to create some cool things on there, or Trello, you guys want to start doing something, maybe whoever wants to go or needs to go can go. But if you guys want to stay, we can create some things. I can show you some things and we can work on some of the cards. I just really need to use the bathroom for a second. Cool.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. And Tanya, I was going to say to you, you were
Mhm.
saying sometimes I'm just too close-minded, but you're changing because you came here and you were kind of resistant to the
Trello. Because
Trello. You were,
yeah.
yeah. But see, then you like opened your mind and you're like, maybe I can learn something. And look how much we learned. And it's so awesome because it's like so helpful. We've been learning about vision boards, but this is like another thing
The
that,
next level. This is the
yeah,
next level.
yeah,
So, how I'm gonna ask for me this sabbatical, and I was thinking, I am gonna teach things So I'm gonna trick my boss and I'm gonna say, I learned how to do the thing, but I need to put it all together. It's not that easy, and so I'm gonna need my sabbatical for a lot of things, and I'm just gonna
But it's not a trick. It's true. Like it's gonna be
Actually,
helpful for you, you know?
I know, but
And
yeah.
you are such a organized person and very like, like to have things in order. This is like perfect for
I
you.
know, I know, I know. So
Now, my challenge is I love it, but I am not. I want I think,
consistent.
yes, the consistency and the I'm just not very I'm a Sagittarius. I always say that, like, just like go with it. Like I'm not good at like planning, making lists, like following them. It's very challenging. I do it for like a couple of days and then like I just said, I did this last year and I didn't remember. So I know how important that can be, like setting goals and timelines. So I'm going to change that mindset and say,
Mhm.
I can do this. And like, maybe I need to add it to my vision board that I'm more organized and
Mhm.
planning and
Yeah,
the thought,
absolutely. The discipline, but switch it, like Michelle said, to words that are
But yeah,
more, that
I
are
love,
better for, right?
I
Yeah.
loved that advice. I really did.
So just to give you an example, Michelle, we Heather and I went to this Living Young thing last year,
yeah.
and we had this oil that it's for anger, but we didn't want to put the word anger in
Yes.
the oil thing. So I don't remember what I put. I don't know if it was joy. I put it joy. So I know that when I'm feeling a little upset or whatever, I'm just gonna get my joy and rub it in, you know?
I
So
love it.
it's the
It's
power of
very helpful.
words. Yeah.
Yes.
Words are spells, right? I mean, when they say that, they truly mean it. So it's like you want to pick your words to where it resonates with you for sure. I
Yeah.
love it, love it, love it. I'm looking for a specific picture and I can't find it, darn it.
Love it. I've always wanted to learn
What picture?
Photoshop or Canva. Like I think it's so cool. So this
And
is
guys, you can always find pictures on Google too if you can't find them on Canva, and just, put
A
them on
couple,
Canva.
a couple
yeah.
of great websites to find pictures.
Mhm.
Pexels, PEXELS.com, and
Uh-huh.
Pixabay, PIXABAY.com. They're free images,
Pixabay.
free stock photography.
That's awesome.
Really?
Thank you, Jen.
Those
Yeah.
are my two favorite sites that I use on a daily basis.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna write
Thank you for
write it down.
sharing.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
Okay, one of them was
The
Yeah.
Pexels, and the other one is Pixabay.
So Pexels, PEXEL,
ELS.
and then Pixabay.
Yeah.
I love that this is recording, so we can go back.
Yeah.
So,
I'm definitely going back to it.
yeah.
Okay, so I have both links there in my mind dump so that I know where to find it
Okay.
and get
Awesome.
pictures. So it's like, again, all these little things you want to instantly write it down, copy
Mhm.
it, put it somewhere. Because then you guys know how it is. We forget.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what was it again? She said something. And then I'm going to have to reach out to her when I could have just written it down, got the link. If you guys need the link, I'll send it to you since I have it now. But you see, it's like you want to actualize the things that are non physical into physical. It's really all it is. And then Trello is such a great way to just organize it. I mean, especially with the checklists.
Yeah.
Michelle, what excited you right this second?
Um, because there's a picture that I have of the plane, and I removed the people that were walking on the tarmac, and I'm gonna put the picture of me, Bob, and the kids standing in front of it. So that's
Oh, that is an awesome idea.
I found
Please
I
share
found
it. Share it when
Okay.
you're done with it.
Okay, I sure will. I sure will.
Yeah, because I was what it's one of the things that I have in my vision board. I want to travel with my family, but that is like the better. Like,
An-
this
Another
is the next level.
level.
Joanna, we were
Yeah.
saying that this is the next level of the vision board class.
Yes. Yes. I'm so happy you came, Tanya. Oh my God. And I know because I knew Heather signed up right away and I knew Jen did. I didn't know you were coming, so I'm so excited that that you came.
Yeah,
So exciting.
me too.
To her intuition.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, like we took what was it, 5 or 7 day free class on Hay House for vision board, which I
Yep. I
loved.
share it with them.
You did? Okay,
Yep.
good.
Yeah,
That
I
was,
watched it.
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it. But this puts it to another level. Like you were in the bathroom, I think, Joanna, when we said that. It's like just adding timelines, creating real pictures of you, things like that. It's just,
Michelle,
My
I
God, I
just
love
took your
it.
plane.
Oh my God.
Even though
Hell,
like that's such a bad picture because he's like 10 times
yeah,
bigger.
but hey, the universe knows it's them.
It's
So
the essence of
and
who
the
we are.
energy, the
and
energy.
Yes.
Anna, I like the idea of it being a private airplane for you because I think that's what you need, right? Like it's more of the, because what was it about flying that you don't like? I
It
can't
will-
remember.
Um, I I don't like the turbulence whatsoever. And
Oh, it's the turbulence. But the
yeah,
energy too is a big thing. So if there's less people, it's a lot less stressful.
totally. And the fact like the pilot that we've flown with the most, his name's Francois, and he's so cool. And it's like I just feel so like I just totally trust him. Like I know like if it does get bumpy, he does whatever he can to get us out of it. And I feel like if it's smaller like that, I feel like they can kind of maneuver it a little bit easier if there was to be something. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, I get it. I mean,
And I want to be able to take the dog with me too. So I need to
that's
get it.
important.
Okay, Joanna, did you click and save what you're working on? So can I add my?
No, add whatever you want. I deleted it. I was just messing around for fun.
Okay. All right. Hello. How are you guys? Oh, something went wrong.
With what?
Ooh, look, Heather, what we need.
I'm trying to see. I'm going to pick my glasses up after this.
Oh,
Oh, the microphone for the
for the
podcast.
podcast. That's what we need.
Gosh, yeah.
And that
Okay.
would fall under passion, fire. See, these
Okay.
are why you want to be able to classify it because you want to
Yes.
be able to say like, okay, I am being passionate. I am doing intellectual. I
Hi,
am
buddy.
relationship, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I just gotta find a picture of Vinny and then I'll have Joanna show you guys. Hang on, Vin.
Something fun that happened the other day, and I told Tanya the story, but we were playing a game, and this is a fun way to manifest too, I think, where I heard someone say if you had $8,000 and you had to spend it in 20 minutes, where would you go? Like what store would you go to? So I played it with my family, and my husband said Home Depot for sure. He's like, or gift cards. He said, get a bunch of gift cards for somewhere. But the next day I was on my credit card points thing, and I realized that it wasn't going to be beneficial to use them for a hotel or something, which I had planned previously. So I go, let me see what else I can get. gift cards, Home Depot. And I got a bunch of gift cards from Home Depot and did my whole downstairs. Like it paid for most of the project because it wasn't that expensive, you know, paint and little things. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it's fun to do fun things like that, play games and envision it.
Because you're
And
having fun and joy, so you're putting the good energy, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Michelle, you were gonna say something.
No, no,
Oh.
no, no, no. Not at all. No, I agree. I think it's awesome. It's so perfect.
Fun. It's fun.
You made me remember to do this. I'm like, okay. Do it.
Yes, please share that with us.
Look, Heather, we need to put our pictures together like that.
And really, like, I'm hearing things that we want to create. Oh, I'm gonna go in a minute because the boys are here for the birthday, but astrology, like setting them in motion, and then in January and February for things to come for the rest of the year. I keep hearing that in astrology. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
January, February.
we need to think about that too when you're
Yes.
wanting.
Yes, true, we need to do it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. And
Thank you,
I hope
Heather.
to- all right. Take care.
Can't wait to see
Bye.
yours.
Bye.
Yes.
Oh my,
Bye.
it
I'm
totally.
actually going to take off as well.
I am,
Yeah.
you guys. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so I'm gonna go back and work on it later.
Go back and work on it and all that's good stuff. It's like, look, it went from a word to now there's a podcast. My name is on it. Our name is
Oh
on it.
my
It's more
gosh.
realistic. And then you can go in there, Tanya, and be like,
Yeah,
microphone. I need to get a microphone first. I need to do
yeah.
the
Oh,
title.
yeah.
Blah, blah. Then you start getting all the ideas of all the things to make that one thing happen. So don't
I-
overdo it. Just have fun with it, really.
I do have